All right, lean in for this one because what I'm about to tell you might be the only chance you ever get to plant roots in the field in Frisco for around $500,000. Yes, you heard that right. East Village, tucked inside the most talked about development in North Texas, is offering deals that are nothing short of really unbelievable. And if you've been waiting for the right moment to buy in Frisco, this very well could be it. Stick around until the end because I'm not only going to break down exactly what East Village is, what it costs, and what's coming, but I'm also going to show you how this neighborhood could skyrocket your equity in ways we haven't seen in decades. And I'll give you my personal take on why this is one of the smartest moves that you can actually make right now. So before we zoom in on East Village itself, let's talk about fields. This isn't just another master planned community. It's the crown jewel of North Dallas development. We're talking about 25 acres being transformed into a lifestyle hub with everything you could want. Shopping, dining, golf, entertainment, resorts, lakes, trails, boutique hotels, corporate campuses, and of course, Universal Studios just down the road. And then you've got Fields West. It's the beating heart of it all. Imagine Legacy West 2.0, but bigger, bolder, and even more connected. Retail, high-end dining, office space, and residential woven together in a walkable, modern district. If you've seen what Legacy West did for Plano property value, you know exactly what's about to happen here, and East Village is right in the middle of all of it. So now let's talk about who's building these homes, because that matters just as much as the location. East Village is being built by Land and Homes, a family-owned, locally rooted builder that's actually been shaping communities across Frisco, Allen, Prosper, McKinney for decades. Their philosophy is built better by design, and it shows. When you step into a Land and Home, you notice the difference. The ceilings are high, the layouts make sense, light fills the space, and every square foot is designed to actually be lived in. They're known for energy efficiency, craftsmanship, and details that define custom without the $1 million price tag. And because they're local builders, they care about the community that they create, and that really matters, especially to me because I live here. East Village is absolutely no exception. Now let's zoom in on the lifestyle that East Village itself delivers, because that is where the value becomes really crystal clear. And at the heart of the community is a brand new 3,000 square foot amenity center designed for connection, events, and everyday life. Outside, you've got a refreshingly designed pool complete with a tanning ledge, perfect for summers in Texas. Health and wellness, man, you've got that covered because there's a fitness center fully equipped right inside the neighborhood, so you don't have to drive anywhere to stay active. Families will love this state-of-the-art playground, safe, fun, and really built for all ages. And East Village isn't an island. You'll have access to 49 master planned parks across Frisco, all tied together by miles of hiking and biking trails, 30 miles to be exact, that run through the city and connect right back to your neighborhood. It's a lifestyle built around wellness and community and convenience. Speaking of convenience, East Village is positioned with quick access to major commuter roads, including the Dallas North Tollway and Highway 121. That means whether you're headed to Legacy West, Plano, or even downtown Dallas, you can really get there pretty easily. This isn't just a home, it's a connected lifestyle in the heart of everything. All right, let's get into pricing, because this is where you realize just how rare this opportunity is. There are townhomes, which will be the smallest footprint. Then you've got 35-foot lots, you've got 41-foot lots, and then you've got 50 and 60-foot lots. So yes, and they're starting in the low 500s. So that is getting into Frisco Fields for 500. The townhomes are in the low 500s, the 35-foot lots are in the mid to high 500s, and the 41-foot lots are in the mid 600s. But the reality is smart buyers are locking them down for less depending on timing and incentives. So now compare that to the other section of the field where you're easily looking at $1 million plus to $2 million, and the preserve is far greater than that. This is the golden ticket. You're not just buying a house, you're buying the entire Fields project at a price point that will likely never exist again. So let's talk equity. Because Frisco is freaking booming, it's exploding. Every single time a big name moves here, property value goes up. So the Dallas Cowboys brought their world headquarters to the Star in Frisco, and boom, values jumped. The PGA of America opened its headquarters here with championship level golf courses, and boom, property values jumped. Universal announced their first ever kids theme park in the country, and boom, it affects value as well. So I'm Tiffany. I'm a top 1% realtor here in Dallas-Fort Worth, and I live in the fields. And I'm seeing this equity happen in real time. When you get into East Village at 500 or 600,000, surrounded by homes already priced in the millions, you're planting yourself at the ground floor of what's really shaping up to be one of the biggest booms the city's ever seen. It's like buying into Legacy West before Legacy West was even finished. That's the kind of upside we're talking about. Also, reach out. Shannon, the land and saleswoman at Brookside North, said that every single person they have under contract right now referenced me in my videos. Guys, I am free for you to use, and you're not gonna get a better deal not using a realtor. So I promise you, you're gonna get a better deal using me because I've sent so much business to them already. So reach out. I will give you all the incentives. They change all the time. They're really great, and I guarantee you, you're gonna get a better deal with me. Okay, I'm gonna go back over the map again so that you guys can kind of see the big picture of what's going on in the fields. Everybody knows I'm a big fan of this huge development, 2,500 acres of pristine development that is going to revolutionize Frisco from what it is now. And so I just kind of want to go back over everything so you can see it on the map. Today, we are specifically, obviously, highlighting East Village right here. And so we're going to highlight this whole thing, okay? And we're going to, I'm going to give you all the ins and outs of that. This is the Universal park that everybody's been talking about. And then this huge thing right here is Fields West. This was the first part of the development right here. This is Brookside South, and then you've got Brookside North. Brookside North is just now really getting going, and so there's plenty of opportunity there. Brookside South, they're trying to wrap things up. They've been building for about 2 years now, it's coming up on 2 years, and there was a future school in this corner that they've put on hold. They're not sure they're gonna build it, but they retain the right to build an elementary there if it's needed. And we're not really seeing right now that that elementary is going to be needed, so it's just on hold. But don't worry, because Newman Elementary is where all the kids go, and it's a great school. If you guys know anything about Newman Village, you'll understand why Newman Elementary is such a great school. So finishing up Brookside South, that was kind of that phase 1, phase 2, and there were several builders in there, and there's still room to build in Brookside South. I live in Brookside South, but you've got Britton, Shattuck, Toll, Huntington, Olivia Clark, and Darling. But again, Darling's almost done. Britton is getting close to being done. Toll on the 60 foots still has some really great opportunities. Huntington's got a few left. Olivia Clark has a few left. But other than that, everything's shifting over to Brookside North. These are 50-foot lots, 60-foot lots, and 70-foot lots. And once the 70-foot lots are gone, it's gonna be hard to come by that type of land anymore outside of the Fields development. Inside the Fields development, because this horseshoe right here hasn't been opened yet. So this right here is not open. This right here, that's gonna be townhomes, like 2-story, 3-story townhomes with elevators. They're gonna be amazing. Literally across the street from Fields West. So if you're wanting that vibe of maybe rooftop patios or elevators or just walking across the street to go get your coffee, then the townhomes may be where you want to go, but that's not going to be a project that's going to start for probably another year or 2. And so right now, this is where they're concentrating, and it's got the 70s. Inside this horseshoe, I've been told there's not going to be any 70-foot lots in there. So if you want a bigger lot in Brookside, then you need to act now because they're the only ones left. And I will say that Shannon, that is in charge of the 70-foot lots for Landon in Brookside North, said that every single one of you that she has under contract referenced my videos, and I'm not your realtor. So guys, I'm free. It doesn't cost any money to use me, and I'm going to get you better deals. So reach out and use me as your realtor so that I can get you those deeper discounts. Anyway, getting back to this, Fields West is very much underway. They're moving dirt, they're excavating, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. You guys can go to fieldswest.com, I believe it is, and see all of the things that they're doing. And then you've got the Preserve. I've told you guys about the Preserve. I've done a video on the Preserve. If you're interested in the higher level living, complete custom builds, then go watch my Preserve video and then call me. Right now, this side of the Preserve is open. It's about 200 lots over there, about half of them are sold. They're not gonna open up this side for probably another year or two. So it's a great opportunity to get in. You're looking at anywhere from 3 million all the way up to probably 40 million, depending on what lot you pick, what builder you pick, and what size home, and all the finish outs. Again, it's completely custom. You literally meet with an architect and you design the home of your dreams. It's a 2-year process. So it's not a fast build, but it is a custom build, which is amazing. So anyway, I wanted to give you guys the perspective. Obviously, the PGA is up here. Once you go above this, you're hitting Prosper. That's where Prosper and Frisco meet. Right here is going to be Firefly Park. We were gonna have a performing arts center, but it got voted down. So I don't know what the project will become or if they'll try to re-vote on it again, but it was gonna go right here if it got voted in, which again, it got the boot by Frisconians, but that doesn't mean that it won't ever happen. It just means that it's not gonna happen yet. We also have a tailor-made hotel coming. It's called the Bays. It's going to be right here. And if you've watched any of my videos, you're up to date on what that's gonna be. It's a very boutique hotel. It's got about 30 rooms. And what's cool about the hotel is you guys have been to Topgolf, where you go to the hitting bay and you just hit it out onto the turf and you try to, score in the different holes. It's like that. Every single room has its own hitting bay. It's a private hitting bay where you open up your sliding door from your hotel room and you literally do Topgolf from your room. So it's gonna be a really cool concept. It's the first of its kind. And they're touting that they have a huge bar with the biggest sports TV in Texas. They also, I've heard rumors that they have a speakeasy, which will be fun, but I've also heard rumors that the bottom of the pool there's a window in the ceiling that will show the bottom of the pool. And I'm not real sure how I feel about that, and I will not be swimming in that pool, but I've heard rumors that that's what's gonna happen. So we'll all have to see once that comes to fruition. Anyway, all right, so East Village, again, you're gonna have a green belt here, and that green belt's never gonna go away. So there is a buffer there. If any of you are worried about traffic, they've done a really great job in diverting traffic straight onto the tollway. In fact, they're making all the exits on the frontage road that feed people right onto the tollway. So they did a study that the HEB here, and if you haven't gone to HEB, you guys need to, because it's the most amazing grocery store ever, but the traffic impact of the HEB actually had a higher score than what Universal did after that study. So it kind of shows you that the traffic impact, they also offset the hours of operation of Universal so that it doesn't impact traffic on the way to and from work. So at least it's really been well thought out on the least impact to the city. But these are reasons why our tax rate just dropped to 1.6. It was higher, but anytime you bring in commercial, that revenue is going to help property taxes go down. So if you go to Prosper or you go to Salina, you're looking at property taxes that are close to 2, and Salina is above 2% on property tax. We're at 1.6. That's the lowest in the entire Dallas-Fort Worth area. So think about that when you're thinking about all the commerce that's coming, because it really has helped out our personal property taxes. So when we're talking about the 50s and 60s that East Village is gonna offer, they're gonna be over here. And then over here, they're going to have 41-foot lots, 35-foot lots, and then townhomes. And what I think is cool about the townhomes is they're pairing them just twosies, so that each one is a corner lot and has those windows down the side, which I think is genius. Because when you buy a townhome, nobody ever wants to be in the middle because you don't have windows on the sides of your home because other people are living there. So I think they've done a lot of well thought out planning for this whole development. We also have the University Village that will come later because we have North Texas is a university, and they're actually turning that into a medical school. And the teaching hospital is going to be Baylor Scott and White right here. So we'll have a whole medical corridor. Frisco and Prosper and Salina are chock full of hospitals. So if you're a nurse or a doctor or anybody in the healthcare community, we've got lots of great job opportunities. But that's what this whole thing is going to be, is a medical school and then community college housing. It's not necessarily for the college, but you can live there and go to college because you're that close. I will say that the 30 miles of interconnected trails that Frisco has, they made it to where even if you live way over here, you could, if you wanted to or needed to, get on a bike and ride on those trails all the way to the medical school and never go over a major road. All of the trails go under our major roads, so there's a lot of safety there that you're not gonna get hit by a car. Your kiddos are gonna be safer because everything goes under the road. And then you've got this little, right here, this little patch of houses. Landon also owns that. They're excavating it right now, and from what I've been told, they haven't released any pricing or anything, but I've been told it's gonna be about in the 800s as well, and it's going to be a part of Brookside community. So now this HOA and this HOA are separate. So that was a question to a lot of people. This HOA is higher and it has its own amenity center and pool. This HOA will have its own amenity center and pool and fun things to do, but they will be separate HOAs. Okay, I wanted to stand in front of the sign so you could see what the amenity center is gonna look like. It's gonna be beautiful, and just remind you guys of what you're gonna be getting. And so I've got some square footage and some pricing. So on the 35-foot lots, you're looking at 2,300 to 2,400 square feet, and they're mostly 3 to 4 bedrooms. I did see a plan that had a 5th bedroom, but just remind yourselves that it's only gonna be up to 2,400 square feet, and that's gonna be the mid to the high 500s. The townhomes are starting in the low 500s. So, and they're only pairing them by 2s. So each one acts like a corner lot since there's only 2 of them connected. So you get all the side windows and all the natural light, which I think is a really great plan. 41-foot lots are gonna have, and they're all gonna have side yards and or backyards. They may be small, but they're still there if you have kids or if you have pets. The 41-foot lots are anywhere from 2,500 to 2,700 square feet, 4 to 5 bedrooms, and they're gonna be 600 and up, depending on design. The townhomes, you don't get to pick your design per se. They have fixed designs, and you can pick which package you like the best, but you don't go to the design center. With the 35 and the 41-foot lots, you can pick them out. And then with the 50-foot and the 60-foot lots here, you will go to the design center. And what they're seeing is about 900,000 on average with those 50 and 60-foot lots. So, but it's more of a design choice. You get to go in and really pick out what you want. So it just depends on where you fall on the scale and how much you're wanting to spend. Something I forgot to tell you guys is the townhomes, the 35-foot lots and the 41-foot lots, the HOA is $2,400 a year, but it includes front yard maintenance, which is really great. And of course, all the amenities. The 50s and 60s, they haven't determined yet or made a final decision yet on whether that's going to include front yard maintenance. So right now their HOA is sitting at, I think, $1,500, $1,600. I'll get you more details. And if they change their minds on the front yard maintenance, it will go up, and I'll let you know that too. And the lifestyle here, honestly, is unmatched. The Dallas Cowboy headquarters at the Star, world-class dining, shopping and entertainment, all open to the public. You can grab dinner at D. Lincoln Prime, you can watch practice, shop for cowboy gear, and feel like you're a part of the action. Frisco's food and entertainment scene is just as strong. You've got Legacy West nearby with steakhouse, sushi, coffee shops, rooftop bars, you name it. The Star has everything from Mi Casino to Cane Rosso to upscale lounges and even a speakeasy at D. Lincoln. Stonebriar Center covers all your retail staples, and with Fields West opening, boutique dining and high-end retail will literally be walkable from East Village. Add up the Universal Kids Resort, PGA Entertainment Complex, and the endless events Frisco puts on, from concerts to festivals to pro games, and honestly, you're never gonna run out of things to do. And for families, East Village hits all the right notes. Zoned to the best schools in Frisco, which consistently ranks among the top in Texas in general, award-winning academics, championship sports programs, music, art, you name it. Parents from across the country move here for the schools alone. Pair that with the career opportunities surrounding Frisco, you've got Toyota, Liberty Mutual, JP Morgan, the PGA, Universal Studios, tech companies, healthcare, finance, and you see why families are flocking here in droves. It's the perfect mix of education, employment, and lifestyle. So here's the bottom line. East Village in the Fields is the smartest entry point you're gonna find, and possibly the only one you'll ever see at this price point. $500,000 in the Fields today, that's the deal people are gonna talk about 5 years from now when they said, man, I wish I would have jumped in when I had the chance. Brandon Homes is delivering quality. East Village is delivering lifestyle with its amenity center, pool, fitness center, playgrounds, and trail connections. And the Fields is delivering equity growth that is going to redefine Frisco. But this window is closing fast. Every announcement, every opening, every new piece of infrastructure makes prices climb. So don't wait. Reach out to me today and let's secure your spot before East Village is gone. And make sure you watch my full tour of the Fields, including the multi-million-dollar section that already is setting records with Brookside North, Brookside South, and the Preserve. You'll see exactly why East Village is the smartest play on the board right now.